I did giggle. She's so mad. Okay.
Hi. Hi. How are you?
Good.
All right, good.
Thank you.
My question for you is, do you think Mary's trying to keep herself distance from the boys, or is it just like she doesn't want to get herself hurt, but like if somehow something happens, or just she doesn't want to keep herself getting close because she never really got to know them, so is she just like trying to keep her distance, or is this like automatic or like tempted? Sorry.
I think I know what you think. I don't think it's so much that. I think that Mary is like, what the F? I think there's a little bit of trouble connecting to these two amazing boys who are now adults, who she would ordinarily, I think that had she raised them, she wouldn't be mothering them so much anymore, but there's no chance of that now. They wouldn't listen anyway. And, you know, I imagine, I have an 8-year-old in real life, and I imagine, part of my work for this, I was like, okay, imagine I woke up tomorrow and he was an adult. I would have no idea how to relate to him. I wouldn't. And so, I think there's a matter of Mary is taking her time to find herself so she can come back to the family as a full person and contribute and work in concert with them. Because right now, I mean, Mary would just be, I don't know, like trying to take charge or just following them around. Like it's not a cohesive unit yet. And I think it can be. I just think that she's at a disadvantage now. But, you know, it's not that she would obviously sacrifice herself for them any chance that she needed to, you know. It's not plan A. But, so in answer to your question, I mean, I don't think she's really trying to stay away from them on purpose. I mean, they're clearly, she keeps making them so mad. But that's when you really love someone, right? No one can make you madder. Except the guy in the car in front of you who does a stupid thing. Doesn't use their blinker. So, yeah, do we agree? Yes?
Yes.
All right, we're on the right page. You're welcome. We're on the right track. Okay. Hi. Is there someone over there?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time to come here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah. To kind of preface or frame my question properly, and you'll understand in a moment.
Okay.
A favorite fantasy fiction author of mine had a story he wrote in which he dealt with the idea of characters being brought back to life who had died in the storyline and how they felt about it. His name is Paul Kemp. It was the Heir of His Kale trilogy. And he had one character who resented being brought back to life because he wanted to stay that way. And another one who was a friend of the main character who had told him, if I ever die, I want to be left that way. But his friend had the ability to bring him back to life and was about to, and then stopped. The idea that a person might actually not want to be brought back to life sometimes seems counterintuitive, but maybe some people would feel that way. Do you feel that Mary might actually feel that way, that she would rather have been left to, you know, she was dead, she was at peace, than being brought back to life?
Right, so she was in heaven happy, minding her own business. And she gets dragged back here in her nightgown.
Yeah, do you think she resents that a little bit?
I think that she considered it, but no. I think that there are moments where she's completely adrift and sad, but no, she has kids, she's got unfinished business. So I don't think that Mary wishes to die at all. And there was some conversation about that after the episode aired where she, with Billy, right, the gun. And that's why Mary was so upset, because she had finally chosen life, and now she felt compelled to give it up for her kids. So there's conflict, but I don't think she ever wishes she hadn't been brought back. I don't think. Actually, that's a different question, isn't it? Do you wish you hadn't been brought back to, do you wish you would die again? Nothing like answering the wrong question. I I think maybe there was some of that in the beginning. I don't think it's there now. I think Mary is freaking determined. She's like, I will single-handedly rid this world of stuff. Everyone's going to be really mad at me, but I'm eyes on the prize. And you will like her again. Hope you do. But that's the thing, right? You have singleness of purpose. You can't care what people think, or what demons think, or what angels think, certain vampires and stuff. Hello.
Hi. So my question is, how did you react to being brought back for season 12? Because I know I was very shocked when.
Me too. When they called me for the season finale last year, I thought the show was over. Because they called me and they said, do you want to be in the finale? I'm like, sure. Oh, it's over. And then I was at a barbecue at one of the producers' house. I'm like, dude, I didn't know the show was ending. He's like, what show's ending? I'm like, our show. I'm going to be in the finale. He's like, the season finale, and you'll be back next year. What now? So yes, surprise was in there. I'm like, what am I wearing? I'm like, okay. And then during hiatus is when they called and said, no, you're going to be a hunter. Can you fight? I'm like, no. But they learned me. They learned me how to fake it a little bit. Getting better. They're like, can you do this? I'm like, like to the stunt guy, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to kick you. I'm sorry. But it's been so fun. I mean, I don't get to play fighting badasses very often. I get to play like the mom or the murdering housewife or something. This is, you know, I'm a murdering mom, but it's a lot of fun. Oh, are we over here now? Wait. Yeah. I don't know why I walk back and forth, because I can't see anything. Hi. Oh, is that me? Oh, sorry. Is there a cruise ship? What's happening?
We just gone around.
Hi. First I just want to say that I love you and I think you're super talented and beautiful. And I have always wondered, is it a coincidence? Or did they name the brothers, did they name Sam after you and Dean after Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
Totally. No. No? No, they were chosen, I forget what it was now. Kripke has given the reasons for the names. I think Mary and John are obvious, right? Sam and Dean, completely coincidental. But you can think it came from us.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'd rather think that. So
you do that.
We'll just go with that. Thank you
do
so
that.
much.
Hi.
Hi.
When Mary first came back, do you think she recognized Dean? Or do you think it took her a minute for him to say his name?
You mean when she came back to life last season?
Yeah, because she met Dean when she was younger. Like, he traveled back in time.
Right. The murmuring you're hearing is because the first thing I do is flip him onto his face because I don't know who he is. Yeah, no, I didn't. The last thing Mary remembers is burning on the ceiling. So she's confused. She's like, why am I in a garden? And who is this person coming at me like this, calling me mom? He must die. Poor Jensen. That was my first stunt. And I had to do an arm thing and then put my foot on his jaw and I'm like, I'm sorry. He's in the grass. It's in the middle of the night. And raining. So yes, I did not, but I never remember him from the earlier time. I don't remember why. Was her memory wiped or something?
Yes.
Yes. See? So yes, she has no idea who it was. So it's all new. It's all new. Hi. Hi.
First of all, I'd like to say that at VCCon last year, you were the highlight.
Get out.
You were amazing.
What did I do? I'll do it again.
Well, actually, I asked you if you would be on The Walking Dead, and you
What?
came up. I asked you if you would be on The Walking Dead because it was right.
Oh, right. You were saying some character that.
Norman Reedus, and then you pulled me up and looked at my shirt because it had him on it.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I remember this. Which is miraculous because I remember nothing.
So my question is since we've seen Mary come back, I would like to know for you, what was the most emotionally intensive or challenging scene that you've had to do on the show so far?
I think in the 3rd episode this season when I had to tell them I was leaving. That was very hard, and I didn't get it exactly how I wanted. It was kind of a lot. It was kind of a lot, and you know, even though you're acting, I don't like people to be mad at me, and it's hard. It's hard. That was a lot, and I knew, you know, what it meant, and I knew what was coming, and that was a rough one. And then any of the fight scenes. Bruises, you guys. The crew just laughs at me like, how many falls today? I'm like, I don't know, 7. So, no, but I think that scene, and also, you know, the scene with Billy and the gun, that was hard. I mean, the guys were behind me, and it was awful. And those are the hard scenes for me that are sad and wrenching. Some actors really love that stuff, and like, give me something funny. Why don't you just like, let me be a smart ass. That's fun for me. I don't want to cry. I don't like it. My body doesn't know the difference, and I'm sad for the whole day. Yes, have a pity party, because my life is so bad. I'm so lucky. I know. Like, who gets brought back to life in season 12? Like, oh, I'm going to be fighting and driving fast cars and shooting things, and I have 2 really awesome sons who are like really tall brothers, and I get to live in the bunker. God damn it. It's awful. You should all feel really bad for me. You do, right?
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
Anyone else? Hi. Hi, Sarah. Hi.
So I ran into the microphone.
Don't do that.
I just wanted to know that based on what you know about Dean, what do you think he would have done with his college funds / gone to college for had Mary never died?
So many parts to that question. Okay, so are we just going on the presumption that A, there would have been a college fund on a Navy? What's he, a Marine salary?
He did have a college fund. That was something he mentioned, but he spent it all on ammo after your character died.
Yeah, Sam was in college, right? Yeah. John saved up money. Oh, okay. All right, fair enough. But I don't know how much of that would have changed if Mary had lived. She might have had a shopping habit. That's a good question. I mean, would he have been like a mechanic? Or would he have been like FBI? Or would he have been like a bartender? I don't know. I think that their lives are so 100% driven and steered by their calling that it's impossible to know what they would have been like. I mean, they've explored that in a couple episodes, right? It never turned out well. I don't know. What do you think?
I think that because of his love of cooking, he would have become a chef.
Cooking? He eats burgers all the time, right?
Yeah, but if he does love cooking, whether it's burgers or something other miscellaneous. I do.
He doesn't bake the pie. Okay, I think we differ on this. I think they eat bacon and cereal out of the box. I don't see them cooking anything. They have that kitchen, that amazing kitchen. None of the pots have ever moved. They open beer really well. Huh? Oh, okay, fair enough. Maybe you're right. Chefing, all right, who knew?
Okay, hello. Hi Samantha. Thank you for coming today, and first thing, you look amazing. And like my question is, so from Mary's perspective, would you how would you think that when she realized that Sam went to Stanford and then dropped out because John was missing?
She's not happy about that. I mean, there was a conversation with Dean about, like, he got out and he came back, like, why would he do that? And yet, I think that we've seen, she knows very well why he did it. She came back after having her first child. She is back hunting now. It's, I think it's in your blood, and I think that once you realize the good you're doing, it's very hard to walk away from, even though it's dangerous. And I think that's part of Mary's journey right now, is accepting that they have chosen this life and will continue to choose it until she can kill all the monsters in the country. When there's nothing left for them to kill, although I'm not sure there will ever be an end of the supply of demons, then maybe we can discuss an alternative lifestyle. I'm just going to leave that right there. Yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Anything over there?
First of all, you are slaying in those heels.
Thank you. Do you notice how I'm sitting a lot?
My question is, do you think Mary would ever go find her other family, the Kings?
Her other family, what?
Like not the Winchester, but like her family, like the Campbells, like her dad and her mom.
Aren't they all dead?
Well, like just like the ancestors, like cousins and stuff.
I got cousins.
No, I think they'd all be dead. I mean, maybe cousins, and I don't... Unlikely. Also, please bear in mind, you know, you bring people in your life, and what happens to them?
They die.
They burn and bleed and go to hell. It's terrible. Burn on the ceiling. No, I don't think so. Besides the fact, don't forget, there's that 30-year gap. So, pretty much everyone she knows, like, they old, or they poor Mary. She's had a rough year. I mean, for God's sake. Possession, like in her first month. Hello.
Hi, so nice to be here. I'm so grateful you guys are here, and thank you so much for being here. And I think you're doing a great job playing the complexity of the situation that Mary's in with the boys and trying to come back from bed. So thank you so much. My sister wanted me to ask, what was it like to work with Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
What was it like to work with him?
Mm-hmm.
Well, great. I mean, it was so brief, and it was so long ago. I've seen him since, like at conventions and stuff, and he's just ever lovely, you know, charming, and exactly what you'd expect. Like funny and self-deprecating. And attractive. Just really unfortunate. But I still hope, I have no idea, but I still hope one day they'll have him back. That would be great. It's like the missing piece, right? Yeah. He's really busy right now with that. So I don't know
I wanted to know, how do you think Mary would react if she ever found out that Sam shot her father?
Would she say thank you? Or, I get it. Because Mary didn't like her dad, right? He was kind of a jerk, right? No? Yes? Yeah, she was like, I wish I had. I don't know. Something along those lines, probably. Maybe not that cold, but he had good reason, right? Yes? Just checking. That would be my guess. Thank you. Hello?
Hi, I just want to
Do not drink this, it's really bad for you.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't really drink that stuff. Thanks for the hint, though. It's really great to have you back in the show. Very unexpected. And I just was curious about how it was like to be back on set with Jared and Jensen, and if they have gotten around to pranking you yet.
Do not give them any ideas. No, they have not. Doesn't mean I'm not teased mercilessly sometimes. And not just by them. They're a very cohesive teasing unit up there. It's been super fun. It's been an adjustment for me, though, trying to find my place in the story as Mary. Not me as an actress so much. But they're a well-oiled machine. They've been doing this every day for a long time, and I've been like shoved in there, like, hi guys, I'm here all the time. And my character is evolving so quickly that I'm incredibly focused on trying not to mess that up. But I mean, it's everyone says this about this show, and they're right, that it's a family. And as long as I've been going up there since season 1, it's like 80% the same crew, and like it's just everyone takes such good care of everybody, and laugh. I've never been on a set where we laugh so much. The boys are hysterical, and they take the work seriously, but not ourselves, and it keeps it really like easy. You know? So it's been super fun, and I feel very fortunate. Was that a bag crinkling? With a little half clap? Hi.
So like this was a while back ago. You were a guest star on the TV show Friends.
Yes, I was.
What was it like?
That's really far. That might be before Supernatural. I think it was.
What was it like to work with the cast?
Being on Friends was a really surreal experience because it was like in the 4th season, I think, and it was like just hugely famous. I never missed the show, and I couldn't believe it when I got hired. I was like, yay. And then I get there, and they weren't super friendly. And the way you shoot a sitcom is very different from drama. You rehearse all day, every day, blocking, they give rewrites, you change, whatever. And then on like Thursday, you do a couple pre-shot scenes, and then Friday night, starting at like 6, you shoot the whole thing in order in front of a live audience. So you rehearse the whole week, and ironing it out, and I wasn't in all of it, I was only in 2 or 3 scenes, right? So I spent a lot of time just kind of chilling. But they were just, I mean, you know who impressed me the most as far as ability was Matt Perry. He just, I remember Lisa Kudrow and Courtney Cox had a scene, and they couldn't quite figure it out, like where the funny was. Like, where's the joke supposed to be? It's not always obvious. And he's sitting over on the edge, and he goes, and he's like, you do this, that, you stand up here and you walk out. And I was like, oh. It was like he was a savant. It was crazy. But I have to tell you, Friday night when this taping started, 6 o'clock, the audience is there, and the music starts, and it's really loud, and the crowd's going, wow, and I'm standing on the side, and they run out one by one in front of the big screen, and I was like, it was surreal because I had watched that every week with the song and the cat and the thing, and I was like, oh my God, pull it together, you have to act in like 10 minutes. But it was super fun, and still today, people are like, are you a hot girl? I begged them to give me a name. Like, can I have it? They're like, okay, you can be, and they looked at Jennifer Aniston, they're like, you can be Jen. I'm like, thanks, that's great. But yeah, so it was super fun. I mean, it's one of those iconic things, being on that, and Seinfeld, and there's a couple other shows that will always be remembered that I'm like, I got to be on that for a minute. So Seinfeld was my first job, and every day I went home, I'm like, well, that was fun. They're gonna fire me, but at least I got to be there for a day. And I never got fired. I made it all the way through the week. And that show normally shoots the same way, but for some reason this episode they blocked and shot like they do a normal show. And I was so nervous. They couldn't hear me. All my lines, I'm like, they're like, what? So Jason Alexander, he's like, come here. And he came over and he's like, you got it, and he like helped me out. I mean, it was literally my first day. I had no idea what I was doing, zero. I mean, it's still on sometimes. It's hilarious. My hair's down to like here, like a baby. It's hysterical. It's funny, the jobs along the way. Some I would rather forget. Those two I happen to have liked. Transformers. It's semi-sweet for me because the first movie was so fun to be in. I was like, I'm in the trailer, Mom, I'm in the trailer. And then I was in the sequel, and then they cut me out. I was like, which I can't blame them. It was 2 scenes. They took a long time, a lot of explaining, and they were somehow able to cut them out and explain everything with 2 lines from John Turturro. Like, I can't really blame him. And the movie was already like 2.5 hours long. But yeah, Transformers was fun. I mean, the first day I showed up on set, and I was just waiting. You know, they were finishing a different scene, and I leaned against this thing, and I looked, I'm like, what is this? And I turned, and it's the black pickup truck, Ironside, I guess, and the bumper was like, here. I'm like, tires. I don't know, to me that was hilarious. Because like, clearly I'm the only one. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. My question was, because there are a lot of people mad at Mary, and so I have to play devil's advocate on Facebook a lot. And one of my arguments was, and I was just going to see if you were able to give clarifications, with the British men of letters, I felt like Mary's reasoning for wanting to work with them was because their weapons are very advanced, and I felt as a mother, maybe Mary's perspective was maybe this would make it safer for Sam and Dean to fight these battles and kind of ensuring their longevity in a way.
Right. I think that you're correct. The British men of letters have a plan. The Winchesters less so. And I think that, like I said before, Mary just wants, she wants economy and success. And the Winchesters always scrape by, but what is the fastest route to my goal? And you know, people are like, well, they torture her sons, how could she? I'm like, well, okay, that's a gray area because the girl was rogue. She went crazy, and now she's like in Men of Letters jail for what she did. So, I mean, I'm not defending the Men of Letters, and I don't think that Mary fully trusts them, but I think she's an opportunist in this way. And she's like, what is going to be the most economical route to my goal? And these fancy weapons are, you know, they're pretty helpful. I like the Rougarou gun. It certainly beats like having a fist fight for half an hour. Although headbutting is very effective. I can't believe how many of you guys are in here. You're so quiet. Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Thank you. A little nervous.
You got it.
Do you ever think that there's going to be a time where maybe Mary and John might reunite just for one episode, just to like talk about Dean and Sam, or just to see how everything's going?
That's so above my pay grade. I mean, I think that would be good. I think at some point it would be nice. I mean, it would be a matter of him getting back from wherever he is. He's still in hell? I don't know where he is. He never writes, he never calls. He's hunting zombies in purgatory, I hear. So, I mean, yeah, obviously, I think that the fans would go crazy for that.
How would you feel?
Hey, did I just step out of it? Oh, I thought I'm like, oh my God, I'm losing it. Yes.
How would you feel about that?
Great. Great. I mean, it's the love of her life, right? I think you'd always want your love of your life back from the dead. Well, not as a zombie. Hello.
Hey Samantha, I just wanted to know if Mary knew how John raised the boys, do you think that she would be pleased with that? Or do you think she would feel like you abandoned them, left them too much to Bobby? Or do you turn them into hunters? Or how do you think Mary feels about the way the boys were raised?
I think you know the answer to that question.
They're good guys, I know, but you think that...
What?
They're good, they turned out to be good guys, but I think she would want John to be in the light a little bit more than what he was.
I can't understand you, sweetie, I'm sorry.
I said they turned out to be good guys, but I think she would want John to be in the light more than what he was.
Okay, they turned out to be good guys.
But she would have wanted John to be in their lives more.
Oh, well, sure. But I think first and foremost, she said many times this is not what she wants for her kids. And not only are they're not even like in it a little, like they're in. And they've been tortured by it, and John was killed because of it. And the flip side is, that it has to mean something to her that they did all this for her. That means something. But as a mom, first and foremost, you want the safety and happiness for your children, and that has not been achieved. So I think she's still pissed at John, and they're going to have a conversation when he comes back. About some of his parenting choices. Young man.
Thank you.
Yes. Can you imagine? Now listen. All three of you. Sit down. What's this about another kid? Yes, explaining. Mary was gone, right? Isn't he supposed to be like 10 years younger than the boys? Yeah. These things happen. Hi.
Hi. First of all, I love you so much, and thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Who's easier to work with behind the scenes, Jared or Jensen?
You mean who is less difficult? Hi. No, they're both a dream. They both give it all every take, and they goof around and they make fun of you and whatever, but that's what keeps it fun. And I'm not just being PC, like they're awesome. And they're very different, but it's a treat, it's a pleasure to work with them both. Hi.
Hi, thank you for being here today. I was wondering, you did an episode of Con Man with Will Wheaton and Alan Tudyk, and I was wondering what it was like working with those guys.
Well, I've known them forever. My husband has known Nathan and Alan for, I don't know, 20 years. They were both at the hospital when my son was born. So I think they knew my dad's a pilot. They're like, you'd be a great flight attendant. No, I had never worked with them. And I didn't work with Nathan. He wasn't there that day. But I'll tell you about working with Alan. It is incredibly challenging to keep a straight face. I'm supposed to be stern flight attendant. I'm like, he's really, really funny. Especially when he's doing Manic Alan, which he was in that scene. But I mean, it was fun to be a part of that. It was such a huge, like, the money raising and all that. And it was strange for me, being such a part of this family, and them also being family to me, and the two things that were so similar, right? So I just kind of like, la 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 la, just going this way. So anyway, but it was fun. Did anybody see it, Con-Man? Yeah? That was like a tenth of you. But you saw the other one, Kings of Con. Both good, both different. Am I running out of time? I feel like I'm taking forever to answer every question. I'm sorry. Hi.
Hi. Speaking of your son, we always really like hearing stories of the children. Do you have any funny stories that your son has done recently?
Oh, God. They're endless. He's such a goofball. Well, I'm never right about anything. It's literally, Mom, you're wrong. I know. I can't think of anything amazing. It was cute. Yesterday he went go-karting. My husband sent me a picture. He has a helmet. Like, it makes him look like a bobblehead. Like, it was this big. And he's like, yeah, some of the other kids ran me into the boards, but I still won. I'm like, you're 8. Like, what are you doing? He gets his fast driving. He told me, he did tell me this morning, he goes, I get my driving skills from you. My husband's like, my husband never lets me drive unless we're late. And he's like, take the keys. I'll try to remember some more entertaining kid stories next time. I'm really bad on the spot. I'm like that student that needed to prepare. Pop quizzes were awful. Hi.
Hi, how do you think Mary would have reacted when she found out that John had another son?
Well, she hasn't found out yet. And I'm not really sure. I would think that it would be a one eyebrow situation. How old was this kid? Math?
19.
No, I know. What I'm saying is she would be like, what's the age difference between Sam?
7 years.
What's his blood type?
She probably knows.
No, I think that, okay, so that would be like 6 years before he was born. 7 years. 7 years when he's born, 6 years when the illicit relationship happened. But I think she's been dead for 6 years. Mary's not unreasonable. Right? Right? I mean, I think there might be an issue. She's like, you left him where? For how long? Well, we need to do something about that. And maybe we get John out while we're out. Are they in the same place? No?
John?
Yes?
No.
No. Yes.
No.
Yes.
They all went to Disneyland.
We'll leave that up to the writers. Am I over here? Am I out of questions? No. Ah, my right. Lucifer, how do you think she would react and vice versa? If I had a what with Lucifer? A personal encounter. A personal, like, just Mary meets Lucifer for the first time and talk, and she figures out he's Lucifer, the devil. Okay, wait. I think when I get too close to the edges, I can't hear. If Mary had a personal what with Lucifer? Encounter. I'm so sorry. I don't feel old enough to be going deaf. That would be a lot. She's like, King of Hell, Angel, Demons, Prince of Hell, awesome. Lucifer. I think Mary's fearlessness is growing, and she's being less and less surprised by all this weirdness. So I think everyone should have a healthy respect for the devil. It's just prudent. But I guess it depends. What's his agenda? Right? If he's just like, hey, let's have a beer, I'm like, all right. She's like, I need your kids. I'm like, ooh. How does one kill the devil? If anyone can figure it out. Girl power. Hi.
Hi. So, at the beginning of season 12, like episode 3 or 4, Dean was eating pie, and he had it all over his face. And he looked at Sam and said, "Do you want some?" And
it's so gross.
And it showed Sam's face, or it didn't show Sam's face. And when he said, like, "No, thank you," or whatever, he was kind of laughing. And I wanted to know what was going on behind the scenes.
Jensen went through about like 6 pies that day. And he just, bless his heart, he's just like, shut up. And we were literally like, so it was pretty much what you saw. We were both kind of like, oh God. He's a trooper. He's a trooper. I don't know what I would have done. I'd be like, I'm allergic to pie. And eat pieces of broccoli. I don't know. What is that flashing thing coming at me? Is it a transformer?
It's Iron Man. It's Iron Man. It's Iron Woman.
Iron Man. Are you coming to save me from something?
Aww. Oh my God, Megan.
It's an Iron Girl. I'm up there.
My nephew has that costume. Megan.
What's your name? Nala?
Luna.
Luna.
Like the moon. How are you? Is Iron Man your favorite hero?
Yeah. Because he was from Hulk.
Iron Man and Hulk are friends, right? They're like frenemy. Can you say frenemy? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Where are you from?
A hotel.
I love that place. Yeah, it's a good one. I'm so glad to meet you. My name is Sam. Do you know how to shake hands? Okay, other hand. There you go. Look someone in the eye just like that and you say, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You are a rock star, my friend. What you got there? It's a necklace of...
Demon butt.
Can you say, I don't mess around?
I don't mess around.
get a rose to? Sammy. Sammy and Jared? Okay. Well, I don't know if he's coming home or what. Do you want me to give it to him? Do you want to wait? Why don't you wait? Hold on to it and come give it to him. Okay. Here, I am going to help you down, all right? Okay, hold on. Please don't jump. They don't let me keep them. Wow. Nice to meet you. Oh, she just stole my whole thing. Does anyone have like a really cute puppy they want to bring up now? I don't care what. I would not have gotten up on a stage in front of this many people at that age for all the tea in China. I'm like, are you crazy? I can barely do it now. Oh my God, thank you again. That was amazing. Right?
Hi. My question is, what's your favorite and least favorite thing about working with the guys?
My favorite or new favorite?
Favorite and least favorite.
Why people, everyone wants me to say bad stuff about them. It's not going to happen. Let's see. My favorite is how easy they make it. They are generous and professional and kind and talented. My least favorite is when they make fun of me. And yet I can't seem to stop doing stupid things to get made fun of. I need help. Hi.
Hi. So that you brought up Mary and the whole possession thing. I'm wondering when she's going to get her tattoo, where and what color.
Right? Yeah. Like, guys, I could be possessed in any minute. I don't know if does that too keep you from being possessed by ghosts? Only demons, right? So I was possessed by that old man ghost. Yeah, I don't know how when the boys come at her and be like, so listen, we're gonna put a big black star thing on your chest, and be like, no, you're not. Can't it be like a cute little one on my hip? Or my ankle? Yeah, necessary, but I don't know if Mary would want that.
Yeah, but what color?
Oh, what color?
What color and where?
Purple. I don't know. No, I think that you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So of course she would get one. I don't know, they haven't addressed that yet. Maybe we will. Did her dad have one? I don't think so. Demons weren't such a thing back then. Society's gone downhill. I mean, I think that the demons all, like the demon problem, came about when we opened hell, right? I say we loosely. It's not my fault. I wasn't reprimanding. I thought you were coming out. Oh my God. I'm gonna sit down again. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. You're so generous and patient. Loving and, I was thinking that part of the problem that have tested people's patience, or they've been mad at them or whatever, but here's the thing, the boys have earned your trust, and Sam and Dean have earned trust and faith. And Mary's new and she hasn't yet. And I think that she will. But thank thank you for your whatever faith you have. Because I really do love Mary. I think she's an amazing character. I love playing her. And I hope I keep getting to play her. Yeah. Even if I don't, after this season. I mean, what a blessing and what a blast it has been. So, we'll see. There's still more to come. I'm not trying to foreshadow anything. But I know everyone's having a hard time, and I feel it. I do. But I can't help it. I love her the most. Over there, is there anyone left?
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering how would Mary react to Gabriel?
In what way?
Like if they met, just how would she react to him?
Probably the same way she reacts to everyone. She's like, behave. That's sort of the go-to, right? Like, hey, zipping it. Sit down.
Are you telling the man to sit down? I just walked out.
No.
Guys, zip it. You heard the woman. Sit down, Robbie. Alpha Mary.
That was a term coined by Mr. Smith.
Alpha Mary.
That's right. It has become the thing. Like that's.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that Alpha
And
Mary
necessary.
is the thing.
Yes, it's a thing.
Well, you're doing awesome work on the show, by the way. Super cool to have you on there.
It's quite a director, this one.
Yeah, well, thank you. I've been friends with Sam for a long time because of the convention circuit. It was super awesome because the episode I directed that aired last week is, I mean, you're the primary character in that, by large measure. And so it was super fun to get to work with you and kind of explore that side of our relationship, which we hadn't done before.
Thank you.
It was
Likewise.
awesome.
Likewise.
And you were great. You know what else is great? You and her and this was awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, your mama.